Hello, it's Rob V Dubs here. Hope y'all had a happy new year. I got a bi-weekly haul of VWs here to go over, and well, let's get right to it. A couple weeks ago, it all started out. Them two VW double cab trucks were hitting the shelves, and it was around here. It was a Saturday, which is not good because everybody's out shopping and hunting, and Walmarts are busy. I was hoping to be off midweek, and I had a family trip to Memphis, and I hit 4 Walmarts out on the way to Memphis, Tennessee. I got first Walmart. I found a set that ain't been touched yet, so I went ahead and just bought it, and to get the regular ones out of the way. And my favorite one would probably be the blue. Zoom in here. The blue 1959 double cab truck, and they got the Chase one in this version right here. And I was lucky enough. I think it was my second Walmart, and I came across the 750 Chase piece of the blue one, which is my goal to find the blue one and the yellow one, and the raw. If I was lucky enough to get it, so be it. But I didn't come across it. But there's the blue one. I'll make another video putting all these in display one day. There's a year on the license plate. Zoom in here. 1959. There's the gold trim. I love that gold. I love split window V-dubs. To me, this one's my favorite as far as realistic, I guess. The crew cab trucks are rare to see anyway, and if you're going to see them, you'll just find them with the tailgates instead of all them little hatchbacks and canopies. I've never ever seen them at car shows or anywhere else. So this one's the most realistic to me. It'd be your standard truck, I guess you'd say. So that's them two. Here's another 59 VW double cab. I like this. This one's supposed to be Auto-Thenics, but you can tell right off the bat they got aftermarket wheels on this model. No VWs come with them solid wheels like that. But I don't understand the canopy. That's just something you don't see. I guess in Germany, right off the model showroom floor, they probably had a bunch of them. I like the headlight on top of this one. Yeah, so that's a cool one. It's not my favorite, but it's cool. And the yellow one, that thing looks bright on here. It looks sort of dull in person. Yellow one's pretty cool. It's 1960, and I'm sure there's something they changed up just for 1 year. I know when it gets into the 67 models, it's like very small details where they change them. In real life, it's like the gas cap opens up with a key, and the engine size, and this little stuff like that. But I was on my fourth, well, I was like I hunted the whole day and never did find the yellow chase. Woke up the next way, went to Clarksville, didn't find nothing. Swung by my hometown Walmart to do some grocery shopping. Stumbled back by the cars, and that was sitting there untouched. These things have already been out for almost 2 full days, and it was sitting back there untouched, so I was thrilled to get it. Only thing I didn't like about it, the sticker, they just slapped it on crooked. It's right there in the crease. But I'm not too picky. I'm happy. But that one looks good in gold. The gold and yellow. I might have to do some trading to get the raw one day. It's still holding it too much money on Evil Bay. People really like it. Three more, I'll go over them real quick. They're all about the same. So this is a 61 model. It's got like a wood railing on the tailgate. And then them are aftermarket wheels again. You notice nearly all them models, they look like they're sort of bent in the middle. And true Volkswagen would rust out in the middle and sag mid-frame, especially all the heavy engine in the back. But I like this one. It's sort of a primer gray. But it's a 61 model. You notice when I hold this level, you can't see the model on the little placard. They made these a little bit shallower. I don't know if they're cutting cost on the plastic. Some people saying they're coming out with a bubble top car and it's going to take up the whole clam or the whole display case here, but you got to tilt them down to look at them to read what truck it is, where you used to hold it flat and look at it. This tow truck's cool, the orange, and I'm familiar with the old Volkswagens and stuff, but like the bubblehead logo looks modern. But if you go back to the old early 1960s manuals to repair these suckers, that's what the logo they used. But being around Volkswagens and stuff, it sort of takes away the look of it to me. Like, I'd rather see this model just plain, or with like a Wolfsburg Germany logo, something that was more authentic than the bubblehead guy. Which, they put that on the manuals and stuff, and they're bringing it back to modern day, but it really wasn't too popular. And so that's a 1960. That VW double cab truck, they made this one to a tow truck. And don't want to see a standard VW having a small. These would 1960. I don't even think it'd be a 1500cc engine, if that. And but most of them would use these as haulers, and they'd haul like their Beetles around to the racetrack. But they would take the Corvair engine out of a Corvair, and it'd be a 6-cylinder, and they would put in here, and they had transmission mounting plates. It'd bolt right up, and I'll tell how much horsepower that would put out, but it'd be unreal. They'd use them for haulers back then. A lot of the racers did them. There's some sort of neat, another 1960 VW double cab. So they're all, that's 7,380 pieces. This one's got like a little cage in the back. It looks a little flimsy, but it's got the drop tailgates. All them trucks, they drop down. In this model, they got it dropped down. So it's covering up the license plate, so it ain't got no license plate. the back tailgates drop down. So I did a good job hitting that detail. I like that front end on that. Well, that looks good. Well, that's the set of them. I'll put them back later. Oh. And then after Christmas, what did I get? Santa brought me. I was wanting the green machine, the 1960 model panel van. I like the Shell logo on them. I was working on getting a display, like a all Shell green light pieces in it. And that's part of the blue collar series. This is Volkswagen panel van. They don't tell you what year. It's 1967 or later, because you can tell with the split window. And the number on this one, it's a pretty high number. See. Looks like 1355. So that's getting on up there. Not too picky, but it's fun to get the real low ones every now and then. And then I've been putting this together. I've seen them at Hobby Lobby. I bought this display case, and I've been working on it, and I found like a 6-piece Shell gasoline garage set. Greenlight made it, and you can buy these things. I didn't read the box, and it had a clear base in it. I was wanting a checkered base, but you can buy them with a checkered base. So I put some shelving material in here, and I used a background that has all the 60 signs in it for the Hot Rod Garage, and something you'd see down Route 66 back in the day. And I ain't never put one of these together, and I just sort of did it the way I thought it should go. And the little pieces I glued down with this same aisle that had this scenic glue, and it seemed to work with all the pieces that had a big base to it. But this little workbench, you can see there's not much to stick to. So I'm gonna have to go back and use some super glue that I have to use on the M2 kits every now and then. I'm going to super glue it down. And I just did that to the garage set pieces. And the car, I didn't want to wreck the car in case I wanted to take it off. And I drilled a hole in the bottom of it where I was wanting the car. You can see the screw in it right there. And it matches up with one of the factory holes on the bottom. And there's 2 holes, one's bigger than the other. This is about the smallest screw I could find at Lowe's. And it's like a number 4-40, ½ inch long. And it was almost too long, but I got it leveled out pretty good. And I was trying to find, I got the screw size that you use to do customs on Hot Wheels, and I couldn't find them at Lowe's, but I'm gonna have to order them. I seen a pack of 250 on eBay for like 200, for like $8. Got 250 pieces in case I want to do some customizing one day. I'm gonna super glue that on later. And here in a month and a half, Greenlight's coming out with the Shell, one of these. It'll be a Shell version of the double cab truck, and I'm gonna sit the truck right here. And I was wanting to do something different. I want to keep it all Greenlight, but I was wanting like an M2 work stand right here, but a lift that comes with the auto kits. But I think I'm not gonna mix up the brands, and I'll just have the double cab truck right here. Then maybe later they might come out with something else shell related. I just want to keep it VW related too. I know they got a VW or a Shell. I think it's a F100 truck, or maybe the Dodge A100 truck. I can't remember, but I've seen it getting released the same time. But being Ross V-dubs, I like the V-dubs best. So I sort of limit myself, keep the cost down. And that's going together pretty good. I'm gonna do another one in the future with a mirrored bottom, and I'll probably put all these in there, take them all out of their case, and display them. And see, that took us to Christmas Day, and day after Christmas, them holiday bins they were stacked up with these 5-packs, and I've been eyeballing these two, but I didn't want to pay $5 for them, and they marked these on sale half off, so they're $2.50 a piece. So I got the Flame series. I was wanting mainly the truck at the bottom. You can see it's got the orange surfboard in the bed of it. They make another version now that has just a chrome surfboard molded in the bed, and which I was wanting the original kind with the plastic surfboard. It looks more like the ones that come out in the 70s. And the Volkswagen set, I got the earlier variation with the exhaust that comes out the back. I don't forget what they call that. Stinger exhaust. And this version's got the roof rack on top, so I was wanting to get it, so I'm glad I got it for $2.50. I like the drag bus in here, the yellow version. The rest I really don't care too much about. But, I'm more of an air cool guy, so the Volkswagen thing is pretty cool, but I don't like the things. They don't catch my eye like the rest of them. So that's them right there. When I was in Clarksville one day, I was opened up. They had a Disney Pixar Cars shipper, and it had. This is a Super Chase, one of them. I bet there were 6 in that shipper. I was like, well, how rare can it be if there's 6 of them? So I left this guy because I was running low on cash. But I did take one of them, and I put it in the back of the pegs, took it out of the shipper and put it on the pegs in the very back. And I went it was a little over 2 weeks later. I didn't find nothing at that store. And I remembered, I was like, well, I'll go back and get the Super Chase of this Disney Pixar, see if it's still there. And of course it was still there. And I like them. I mean, I'll pick them up. They're a chase piece. I don't get too carried away on them though. And that's that guy right there. And what else we got? When I was on the hunt for them double cab trucks, I stopped in at some Targets to hope to find some the Target exclusive red series. I guess that's what they call them. Nobody restocked on them, but I did find one that carried green light stuff and got the new version of the family truckster. They packaged it, flipped around this way where you can see the honky lips where it was up against the clamshell here. And they threw in, there's Aunt Edna. They threw, now with Aunt Edna, they threw her in. I'm surprised they didn't put her on the roof already. But this is the newest version, I guess. And the green machine in this is not solid green body, metallic body. I haven't seen any. The only ones I've seen had just green wheels. So if you're out looking, just look for the green wheels. But this one ain't numbered. It's got a black number on it, 995. It ain't numbered like the rest of them though. Yeah, it's like, how many releases of this? Like, I know 3 offhand, but I've got a couple of them. There's that And my latest haul, New Year's, it was the day after New Year's Eve, so it'd be New Year's Day. I seen a lot of the build kits pop up online, and I was wanting to get the Chase version. And I stopped at a few Walmarts, and being a VW guy, had to get they made this the regular version this time. It's at 6,000 pieces. I like the blue on. It looks like a silver, but I guess it's just white. I'm gonna build this thing up and put it with the rest of them. So I got one of them. Of course, raw VW's got to get the VWs. And on the last Walmart on the way home from Clarksville, this was the next day. It was a Sunday. So this made it through the weekend. I was shocked to see it. I was sort of confused because I knew the other one, the standard one, had they're all coming with this color wheels, but the Chase wheels are the gold ones over here, and the regular one has like a white center cap, and the regular one has a black base interior, black subframe, white regular chrome bumpers, and where it says Ecoline on the door, it's written in white. And I was like, man, that's the Chase version. But if you look at the box only, they mislabeled it. It's in a box with 6,000 pieces, and still got the factory M2 tags on it. So this thing was sitting there, and everybody's relying on the stickers now since they started putting the stickers on them. Nobody knew it was a Chase. I'd done enough of my homework to know the gold body, these gold wheels. I mean, it was coming home. So I'm going to build this sucker up. And I like building the Chase kits up. They look good displayed. I'm not out to flip them for money or nothing. I'm just out to collect them. And they look good built up. And I was glad to get the Cobra on the side of the van. And it's pretty neat. I'll make another video of it built. You can't see it very good in the box. Yeah, I'm going to build it with the gold wheels. I thought about putting these other wheels on the VW van, but the silver will go good with the white. So I'm going to leave it at that. Yeah, I was happy to get that Chase. That was tickled. I was tickled. And down that same was a different Walmart, same town. Found my first blackout Monster Jam. This is I guess it's just called a Dragon. Let's see what this guy, I thought he had a longer name than that. Dragon. So that was they don't call these Chases technically, but to me they're a Chase, because I think they're not even one per box. I think you're lucky if you open a box and there's even one in it. So it's a Chase to me. And but they make a Gravedigger and some like the Mohawk Warrior and some other models. These blisters crack real easy on these suckers. I notice when I store them, I stack them up 3 high, and I gotta be careful because first thing will pop out. These right here, and this one's already busted up. But I'll probably open them one day. Grandkids will play with them years from now. But I was happy to get that, my first blackout one. And I usually just pick up the Gravedigger ones because I don't want to get sidetracked on a bunch of different diecasts. And I seen this series come out. I seen it in store before I seen it online. They had a silver collection. So I got the Gravedigger of it, and there's 5 or 6 more models. These suckers are like, everything's silver instead of like the Zamax or what other ones they got? Like the blackout they're making this one all silver. And I picked it up, just the Gravedigger one. I didn't want to buy all 6 of them for something a piece. There's all 6. They had them all there. It's fresh case. Mohawk Warrior, Max D. I might get that one later. Avenger, El Toro Loco. But this one, see how tall it is. They come in the same shipper as these. So that's why it was. I don't know if you can see it from right here. See how it's bent? I mean, it's in a shipper with the square that tall, and it was bent over that much. And I picked the one that could straighten up the best. But I was like, why did they do that? I mean, that just pinches a nerve to me because I like keeping them in the packet. But yeah, that thing's neat. And they're already asking way too much for these suckers online. But if you can't find them nowhere, I guess beats driving around looking for them. And another Walmart never has a dump bin in Clarksville. Had a dump bin. Somebody done went through it and they stacked all the cars up neat. And I went through it again. And I didn't find those supers, but I found 6 treasure hunts. This is diecast. This was the only car I needed from the diecast. But every time I found 6 of these in the dump bin. And every time I found one of these, look at the cards. I'm pretty sure somebody deliberately bent these cards, and all 6 of them were this way or worse. I bought the straightest 2, and I bought the worst one and cracked it open because I like to keep a loose one. And there's a Circle Flame logo. It's a 69 Camaro, got 69 on the side. And it's part of the Tune series. With extreme portions, over the top styling, and cartoon to the max. And I like them beefed up like this. To me, it makes them look mean. I like the looks of them. I like the big engine out of the hood. And that's a good series. I didn't collect them back in the day when they had the first Tune release. But I like that. There's a logo on it. Zoom in. But yeah, so I had 3 more of these in the cart, and a lady come up, said she was looking for some for, I think it was her husband or her brother. And I told her, I was like, you can have these. I'm not buying all 6 crinkled up cars. So I'm still out looking for a straight one to keep with my set. For my cart set anyway. But I don't know. Somebody was being bitter, crinkling up the cars. But I guess that's all I got for today. I got one more thing. My buddy Greg that I ride bikes with. I got a bunch of buddies. I got a collector buddy named Greg. I work with a guy named Greg. Two guys named Greg. And the guy I ride bikes with, Greg Wiles, I seen him vacationing down in Florida, and he was nice enough to stop in and get the newest Ron John release for me. This has been out a while, so he couldn't find the green machine in it, but I was happy to get the regular bus. It's got like a satin black finish. Ron John's logo with the flames, sort of the rat rod type wheels. It's got a good look. I like this. And Greenlight's making which toy distributor? A&J Toys exclusive, I think. I think that's the right company. It's going to release a truck and a Beetle with almost the same logo. But I think it's going to have, I don't know if it's going to have the toy logo on the side, but it's almost the same, everything, except the logo right here. But it's going to be coming out. I seen the pre-orders on eBay. And this one's a pretty high number. 2,265. And last night, or it was 2 nights ago, I was wanting the 124 scale Greenlight Gremlins release with the green machine, with the green gremlin, the green wheels. And I lost 2 bids on eBay, and one ended at 3 a.m. and I worked midnights, and I was like, well, I got this sucker. I may have to pay a little bit more than I want to, but they're still going anywhere from $40 to $56. I've seen a hot one sell for $56. And I've lost a bid at $27 with $9 shipping, and I lost one at $28 with $6 shipping. And that night I won one. I think it was with the shipping. I know it was $40, and I went ahead and got it. And it's a little bit more than what I wanted to pay, but it's something I had to have. The Gremlins and the VW, that's 2 of my favorite things. But I'll make a video of it when it comes in, and I'll update this when I get the VW truck with the Shell logo on it, and maybe work on a display in the future for these. And but y'all have some good, y'all do some good hunting, and like, subscribe, and hope you like this video, and we'll see y'all later. Bye.